Let me go to that particular slide. So here I explained that name value pairs, isn't it? So I think in method get post method I explained that, right? That I explained this, right? Name and value pairs. See, this is one name value pair. This is another name value pair, isn't it? And also I explained this. This is called as resource path. What is called resource path? This is called as resource path. In this example, this is resource path, isn't it? This is your server name. This is your server name and this is your port number on which this application is running, right? And these are called as name value pairs or key value pairs. Some people call it as key value pairs also. Okay, so now the script recording is done. Now what we will do is like, so what is this script used for, guys? What is this script?
For registration.
For user registration, right? So now I will do one thing. So let me replay the script, right? Let me replay. And one more thing before replaying the script, right? I want to explain you one thing. So your Vugen recorded all the requests that are going from browser to server. Not only request, it will capture the response also. Whatever response you got from the server also will be captured. Now where to see that response? See, when you are accessing the application, you are getting some response from the server, right? My statement is it not only request will be recorded, it will, your Vugen tool will record the response also. What response you got from the server. Now, how to see the response is right click on any step, show snapshot, use this option, show snapshot, and go to page view, right? And what is this, guys, at the bottom? See, this is your request. Right, this is a HTTP request that you send from browser to server. And what is this one? What is this page? This is the response that you got from server, right?
Yes, sir.
Understand the terminology, right? Be clear on the terminology first. This is the HTTP response that you got from the server, isn't it? So how to see that? Let me show you one more time. So once we click on sign up now, this is the page that we see, right? We see this page. Once we click on sign up now link. Once we click on this link, we see this page, isn't it? Now let me show you the response for this step. How to see that? Show snapshot. Right? You see, this is the response that we got, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can see the response for each step, right? Let me show you this one. Show snapshot. And see, this is the response that we got after registration, right? And observe here, snapshot, right? So this is snapshot window. This window is called as snapshot window. And observe here in snapshot window, you have recording snapshot and replay snapshot. I will explain these options later on. But for now, understand how to see the response or how to see the recording snapshot. And once we log out of the application, we see the login page again, isn't it? This is what we see, right? And somehow it will not show this one. This part will not be visible. I'm not sure why, though, but not required, not important. That's why I ignored that. Not required at the moment. But see, once we log out of the application, you'll see this login option again. Yes or no? Yes, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Right. Now let me replay the script. I did not make any changes. What I will do is I will save the script with some other name. Okay. So I'll save with some other name and I will remove this REC one. Right. So that what happens is I will keep this one as a backup script. I will keep this recorded script as a backup script and I'm saving with some other name. Clear, guys? So please follow this till you are comfortable with scripting, right? Please follow this. Right? Now, whatever changes I want to make, right, I will change in this script. This is my working script. Okay. Now let me replay the script. Let me replay the script and show you what happens. I'm simply replaying the script without making any changes. Now observe here, there is a new window open called Runtime Viewer. Okay. There is a new window open called Runtime Viewer. By default, you will not see that, by the way. You should go to tools. If you want to enable that Runtime Viewer, you should go to tools, options, scripting, and replay. Go to replay, and you have to select this checkbox, show Runtime Viewer during replay. This one will be unchecked by default. Can anyone show this window? I'm sure. Can you please share your screen and show this window, guys? By default, it will be unchecked. Who is sharing your screen? Please make it fast, guys. It's already 10. I have to close by 10 o'clock. Please make it fast. Yes. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Feeling
sir.
hungry? Didn't have a breakfast? Maybe you are feeling hungry? Not active?
No,
I also didn't have my breakfast yet. Okay. So, fine. So, check this, select this checkbox, show Runtime Viewer during replay. Guys, are you able to follow, or you are feeling any difficulty?
We are
able to
following,
follow.
sir. Yeah, we are able to follow.
Right. Okay. So let me show you this Runtime Viewer. Runtime Viewer, and see, observe here, this is my Runtime Viewer, and you are at the logout page. This is actually at the last step, actually, because observe here, forward button is enabled. That means there is no further step. So click on this back button continuously till this button is disabled. Now observe here, this is the home page or index page, isn't it? This is the index page, and if you click on forward, this is what you see. Once you click on sign up now, this is what you see, isn't it? Once you click on sign up now, this is what you see, right?
Yes.
You see this registration page. Again, once you click on forward now, observe here, what is it saying here? Your username is already taken. Why?
Already before script you provided this name.
Right. So when I recorded the script, right, I already used this username. I cannot use the same username, right?
Yes.
If you create a Gmail ID with some name, right, so no one else can create with the same username. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The same way, like I gave some username here, right? That's what it is saying. Your username is already taken. Please choose another username, right? Usually adding a personally significant number to the end of your username will create a unique name, right? Now what I will do is, understood, right? But let me show you the Runtime Viewer. So what does Runtime Viewer show you? It will show you what is the response that you got when you are replaying the script. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? But here we got some error, because we have sent, we tried to, when we replayed the script, right? What will script do? What will your view-gen does? It will try to send, obviously send the same username, right? Because view-gen doesn't know that we already use this username. Now what I will do is, I will change this to, I'll change the number, okay? I'll change the number to 3, right? And I will replay the
Sir,
script.
we can replay the script only when we have the recorded session.
What do you mean by recorded session?
Recording, sir. We just did the recording, right? So we can replay the script only when we have the recorded thing.
Right. When we are clicking replay, right, what does your view-gen does is, it will simply send this request again to the server one by one.
So we have to do recording first, right?
Yes, you have to do recording first, or else you should have a recorded script.
Okay, sir. So
when you are
just
actually,
now,
tell me.
Just now you said that replay session options, right? I didn't record anything.
Okay. You need to have some script recorded if you want to replay,
Okay.
right? So basically, when you click on replay, what does your view-gen does? It will send these requests again to the server. First, it will send this request, and then it will send this request to the server, and so on. Right? Let me replay and show you that. And observe here, when you are replaying, observe here, So it is showing you in a, okay, let me do one thing. It is doing fast because why? Because, by default, the think time is, see, observe here one more thing. Think time is there. Think time got recorded in the script. What is this think time?
The time taken from one transaction to another transaction.
Delay between each transaction, that is called as think time. And okay, let me enable that think time. Go to runtime settings, think time. By default, ignore think time will be selected. I will select replay think time as recorded. Okay. Now it will wait for certain time between each transaction. It will wait. Fine. So we'll come back to that. Now let's see the runtime waiver. What happened now? I'll go to
So
the
it
beginning.
has taken.
I'll come to your queries. Okay, please wait for a moment. So I went to the home page. This is index page. Now if I click on forward, right? So this is nothing but second step, right? Isn't it? This is second step is click sign up now. And this is what we see when we click on sign up now. And what is the next step now? We enter these details, registration details, right? And observe here, let me click on forward. Now the registration is successful, right?
Yes.
The registration is successful, and you should also see that username in the users folder. See here, it was created just now at 9:57, isn't it? This user registration is done at 9:57 just now. Understood? Right? And registration is successful, and it displays a confirmation message saying that thank you for registering and welcome to the WebTools family. And now what is the next step in the script? Next step is click continue to login. You will click continue button to login, right? So click on forward button, right? And you should see a welcome message, isn't it? You are able to log into the application, and application is displaying a welcome message. Clear? And then next step is logout, right? So click on forward, and this is logout page. Once you log out, you see this page.
Yes.
Right? So runtime waiver, what does it show?
It shows the response from the application. HTTP.
Right. So it will show you clearly when you run the script, what happens, what is happening when you run the script. That's why this is called as runtime waiver. Clear? Okay. Now, so now your script is ready, right? So you are able to, so whatever you are doing manually before, right? Now you are able to do with the help of the script, just by changing the values here, just by changing username and password here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So what we'll do is, now I want to register one more user ID, right? Right? I want to register one more user ID with this username and password, right? So click on replay again. Now you should see that user ID registered here once the script execution is completed. And observe here, it is taking time. Now observe here, I enabled think time, right? Now it is executing think time, and your vision clearly shows what step it is executing at the moment, right? This is the beauty of LoadRunner. Okay, you don't have such options, all these options in any other tool. In Jmeter, you will not know, you will not have a marker like this, at least, which shows you like which step is getting executed. See, you see a marker here, right? Yellow color, in yellow color, which shows which step it is executing. Now it is executing think time. Observe here. And also in the output window, you will see what line it is executing. It is executing line number 20 at that moment. Now it is executing line number 34, right? And it is highlighting that think time. So this is the beauty of LoadRunner tool, right? LoadRunner is very, it is the first tool for performance testing, and is very evolved and matured tool, very much evolved tool. Right? It has a lot of features that other tools doesn't have.
It's 58.
Sir, I just replayed
You
the
can see the
path
runtime
without
waiver also now
recording.
one by one. See, observe here. You can see the runtime waiver also one by one now. So observe here, user registration is completed, and you can see that user ID in the folder, users folder. Right? At 10:02, user registration is done. Now it is executing think time. Next step is click continue to login. Next step is like continue button will be clicked by the, in the script, this transaction will be done, performed. and you will be able to log into the application. You will be able to see the login page or welcome page. Oh, it went fast because I think there is no think time between that login step. There is something time. Okay, I'll show you in the runtime viewer. Okay, let me show you in the runtime viewer. Right here you can see a welcome message, isn't it? User is able to register and log in. Right now, whatever you are doing manually, you are able to do with the script, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. And now, suppose I want to create I want to register some 100 user IDs. Okay. Every time I cannot come to here and I cannot modify that every time. Again, that is tedious task, right? That involves some manual work, right? So now what I want to do is I want to register some 100 user IDs. Okay. So let me create some test data. Means I'll create some user IDs and passwords. I'll prepare some test data. Okay, in Excel.
Test data.
Test data. Yes. So, and test data is nothing but username and passwords here in this case. So every time I cannot come to go to the script and change this username here, right? Manually, which is a tedious task. So what I will do is I want to register some 100 user IDs, still 100. Okay. So I'm preparing test data for that. Okay. I prepared some 100 user IDs and I will prepare some 100 passwords also. Password 5. Okay. So type this and again, let's see one excellent feature of Excel. I typed this password 5, right? And I need not to drag it down. See, if I drag it down, observe here, it is increasing the number, right? I need not drag it down also. Put your cursor on the corner till you see the plus icon and just double click, right? Now see here, all the 100 passwords are created.
Sir, only username should be different, right? Sir, password even same also, no problem.
Password can be same, yes. Password can be same, of course. Of course, yes. Right? Now my test data is ready for 100 usernames and passwords. Now what I will do is, right? That's the reason I asked you to learn Excel basics. Please, everyone, those who didn't do that yet, please, learn these Excel basics. If you are using licensed version, then only you will see this option called show training, right? So some people ping me that they are not seeing this option, these videos, training videos. That is because you may not be using the latest version with a license. That's the reason. Maybe you are using a cracked version. That's why you are not seeing these videos. Okay. So otherwise, those who are, then what is the option for you is go to YouTube and you have a lot of videos, right? For search for Excel basic videos, basic training videos or something. You'll get a lot of videos, isn't it?
So, Pawan, this is Pawan sir. This is Sunil. I have one question here. So, test data, we will get. Is there not any facility LoadRunner will create test data automatically if we input something?
No, I don't think so.
Hello.
I'll come to that one second. So you see here, beginner guide to Excel basics.
Projector లేదు కదా మేడం.
ముందు ఉంటుండే కదా.
Okay. So Excel basics tutorial, right? You see here, right? So go through these videos. Are you right? So those who don't have a licensed version of Excel. Here, guys, learn some Excel basics. Right now, coming back to the script, I copied this data and do one thing, paste it into Notepad. Why I'm doing this, I'll explain that later. Observe here, there is one space here between this, and observe here. Now, what I will do is, I will keep all these usernames and passwords into a file, okay? So that every time I need not come to the script and every time I need not modify it. Let me show you that how to do that, right? So just double click the value and use this option, replace with a parameter, create new parameter. I'll explain this. What is this parameter and all this? Just give me a moment, right? So P, and I'm giving some parameter name. Okay. So I'll give the name as P username. Why I'm giving P username is to indicate that this is a parameter. to indicate that this is a parameter, I am using small p and click on properties, right? And what does it say here? Data file does not exist. To create a file, click create table. So it is asking to click on this create table. Click on that create table and say okay. Now observe here, this original value is copied into this file, into this dat file. Observe here, one file got created in the script folder called dat file. Let me show you the dat file. First, let me go to the script folder. Where do I have the script folder? You have it in my OneDrive, documents, view scripts. Oh, not here. This is my default folder, right? So OneDrive personal. 1 second, guys. Okay, let me repeat. Right? So I'll show that data file script folder later on, right? In a moment, today only. So I'm right now. What we are doing is I want to keep this parameter as this password also. Means I want to keep this username and password into a file, so that every time I need not and change the parameter's name from here in the script. Right? How to do that? Right, double click on the value to select it, right click, replace with parameter, create new parameter, give some name to this, right? I gave the name as p password, click on properties, right? And now we already created one data file, choose that file only, right? We already created this data file, isn't it? So if you click on browse also, you can see the path actually. So this is the path. Understood? Let me open that. So where it got saved, guys? OneDrive, documents, views and scripts. Okay.
It's saved November 2021 batch.
Yeah, I'll change this path. Okay. So, but this is where your script was saved. And see here, there is a data file. You should see some data. See here.
Yes,
username.dat. At what time is created? See here, you can see the date and time. Right?
25/2.
I'll change this folder path later on. Okay. I'll correct it. Now let's move on. So choose the file, and what you do is we want to keep the password in another column, isn't it? We want to keep the password also next to this username. For that, click on this add column, click OK. And now see here, it copied the password here into another column, isn't it? Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
And click close and say OK. Right?